get right to it. This question I'm almost certainly going to ask all 5 candidates. So I will give you, Tim gets all the background that relates to the question first then. People, as Robin pointed out, people with disabilities constitute 20 to 22% of the population, according to the 2000 census, with some tracts reporting 33 to 35%. Citizens with disabilities face severe disparities across the spectrum of life because of inadequate architectural access, lack of accessible communications, information, pervasive discriminatory beliefs. In Massachusetts, only 9% of people with disabilities have equitable access to higher education. Over 40% have worst-case housing needs. Less than a third of working-age adults are suitably employed. The Supreme Court in 1999 ruled that under ADA, that people with disabilities have the right to live in the least restrictive setting. The Commonwealth in September 2008 promulgated the Community First Homestead Plan. The Justice Department recently reminded states that their ADA obligations in this regard are still in effect regardless of budget constraints. Services important in the Homestead Plan, but are not limited to this, include accessible housing, transportation, employment, health care, homemakers, independent living services, including for people who are deaf, peer support, peer respite, supported living, case management, communication access for deaf-blind, and for the deaf and the blind, and deaf-blind individuals. So that's the long run-up to the question. What's your commitment to maintaining and expanding home and community-based options to institutional care, including support for integrated housing in compliance with the law?
Well, obviously, I think the commitment has to be there from anyone who's going to serve as your governor. And I think the commitment to community-based or home-based care is a cost-effective way to do things, to manage in difficult times. There are no excuses at the end of the day. We have to figure out a way to manage, regardless of what our resources are. We have to try to grow those resources. I would just want to let people know that I come from a household where I have disabled people. My sister is blind, so I am aware of the situations that the blind face and those who are disabled. She's very fortunate. She works. She lives at home with her husband. She has a very independent life and lifestyle, and we are blessed for that. I also have members of my current administration who have handicapped children, and I think the key is to live the lifestyle, have someone in your family with the lifestyle, and who has faced the challenges to keep them in the forefront. So we will do everything we can in the Cahill administration to make sure that people can live at home or in community-based situations as opposed to institutional-based situations that we have. We create resource opportunities through transportation so that we can create working opportunities so that people can feel that their lives are fulfilled and they have a place to go. We've opened up opportunities for the Horace Mann School in my administration, in my office. We've created those opportunities. As governor, I would hope we have more opportunities to do that. And we could open up the entire state workforce to those who are handicapped and challenged, and create opportunities where people can live, work in their communities as opposed to be taken away. And more specifically, so that parents who have handicapped children and are worried about how those handicapped children are going to be taken care of when they're no longer there to take care of them, have a good, solid, community-based opportunity and environment. And I believe wholeheartedly that is one of the solutions. I think it is a more cost-effective solution. I think we have to maintain our commitment to the safety net in these tough times, but more importantly, and I will continue to come back to this, we have to grow our economy. We cannot continue to raise taxes on less people who have money and expect more revenue to come in. I believe that we can bring in more revenue, and that can help us maintain our safety net operations as best, and maybe grow those safety net operations. And I think that's important of the next governor, but as importantly, it is imperative on the administration. And I think you would define a lot by who you bring into your administration, and whether those people have the life experiences that you all have, or they have that you represent the people who do that. And I think in order to walk the walk, you have to live the life. We have done that, I have done that, not only in my personal life, but also in my professional life, anywhere that we can. And that would be imperative on the next governor. wherever he or she may be, to make sure that those lifestyle decisions are made and carried forward in these difficult times.